see what these are. Are these all going to be MOSFETs?
Perfect
Are they
SATs
all
every
going to
time,
be the
even if I've
same
never seen
type?
the questions before.
Are they really just
And
at first glance?
even going beyond that to say like graduate student
There's no
exams like the
markings on
GRE,
those.
it will get
There must be markings on
near
them. I should
perfect
have a closer
results
look, but I can't see any
in
markings on
every
those at all.
discipline of
Wow, that's
education.
a good
so from
start.
the humanities to
Okie dokie.
like languages, math,
So
physics,
I shall
engineering.
take the pictures
anything,
and reverse
and we're
engineer
talking
this now. One
Questions that
moment,
it's never seen
please.
before. These are not on the internet.
Reverse engineering
And
is
it's
complete, and let's
Grok 4 is
explore.
smarter than
I have to say that took 3
almost all
nights of
graduate
coming back
students,
and forward
in
between
all
the bench and
disciplines
then just getting
simultaneously.
exasperated and walking away. This was
Like,
very
it's
hard to
actually
reverse
just
engineer.
important to
This
appreciate
has a lot of circuitry in it, but it has all been
like
reverse
that's
engineered,
really something.
and we can now explore it. Things worth
And
noting. The most complex bit
reasoning
was the
capabilities
arrangement of the MOSFETs
Grok
because
are
they're in
incredible.
tandem in series for the charge
So there's some
circuitry.
people out there who
The
think AI
MOSFETs,
can't
which
reason,
didn't
and
have a visible number on
they
them,
can
and
reason
on
at
closer
superhuman
inspection, it turns
levels.
out that someone's buffed all the numbers off.
So
I took all the
yeah,
MOSFETs
frankly,
out after
it
numbering
only
them,
gets better
put them
from
in a
here.
component tester.
So
They're all
we'll
just
take
standard
you through,
N-channel MOSFETs with standard gate
the Grok
voltage,
4
so
release
nothing special
and,
there. So let's take a look at
yeah,
the circuitry. It's divided
show
into
you like
blocks.
the pace of progress
So,
here.
to power the circuitry, we've got
I
a
guess
5 volt
the first part is
supply
like
over here.
in terms of the
And the
training.
5 volt supply provides an output on
going
this
from
USB
Grok
port, and
2 to
it's not a
Grok
very
3,
high output. Why did they even
Grok 4,
include two
we've essentially
USB
increased
ports?
the
My
training
advice
by
if you
an
have
order
one
of
of these is
magnitude
get
in
hot
space.
melt glue and
So
seal those up
it's,
so nobody plugs anything in,
100
because
times more
it can
training
only
than
deliver
Grok 2.
500 milliamps, and it just so happens to use the same 5 volt
and that's
supply
only gonna
as the microcontroller. And if you overload
so
it by plugging a phone around to
it's,
that, it will make
yeah,
everything
frankly,
shut
I mean,
down.
I don't know, in some ways a little
Fortunately, it
terrifying,
shuts down in
but,
a controlled manner, and by controlled manner, I mean by
the
losing
growth of
control,
intelligence here
and
is
all the
wrong.
MOSFETs turn on by default, so the load will be
It's
on,
important to
and
realize
the
there are
solar
two
panel
types
will
of
just be
training compute. One
in
is
charge
pre-training
mode
compute.
continuously,
That's from
from
Grok
what
2
I
to
can
Grok 3.
see. Next module here is an overcurrent sense circuit. It's based on an LM358 op-amp, and if we take a look at the back of this circuit board,
Just like you said,
you'll see
this is
these
literally
big
the fastest moving
chunky,
field.
well, I
And
can
Grok
show
2
you
is like the high school
I
student.
can show you a
based
version
on.
of this.
If you look back in the last 12
You can
months,
see it's got big chunky
Grok
bus
was only
bars
a
going along
concept.
here. It's interesting
We
to
didn't
note that
even
the
have
common
Grok
bus bar is
12 months ago.
positive, and everything is
and
being
then by
switched
training
on the
Grok, that
negative
was the
side.
first time we scale up like the
You'll see
pre-training.
that
We realized
the
that
plated through
if
holes
you actually do
stop
the data
in this
ablation really
area, and then
carefully,
it's just a solid
and
track
infra,
going under there.
and also the algorithm,
That track
we can actually
is
push the pre-training
this bit of
quite
track
long
here,
by amount of
and
10x.
it's actually
to make the model
used for current
and
sensing
that's
as well.
pre-trained
You'll see a
base
little
model.
tiny
And that's why
track
we
coming
built
off this
Belcher,
pad.
the
It's
world's
literally measuring the
supercomputer
difference
with
between the
100,000
common zero volt
H100.
rail and the voltage
And
drop
then
across
with
that
the best
pad,
pre-trained
and it's
model,
37 millivolts
and we
is the
realized
threshold
if you
level. It'll
collect
do
these
things like it'll
verifiable
turn the
outcome rewards,
MOSFET off
you can
directly, but
actually
it'll
train
also
this
signal
model to
back to
start
the
thinking from the first
microcontroller.
principle, start to reason, correct its own mistakes. And
The
that's where the graphic reasoning comes from.
microcontroller has 20 pins.
And today we asked the question,
I was wondering
what
if they've
happens
done
if
clever
you take expansion
multiplexing to
process
fit
with
everything
all
in, but they've
200,000
kind of, they have,
put
but
all
they've
these
not.
into
The
our
LCD display
10x more
is
compute
driven
than
directly from the
any of the
microcontroller,
models
which is a
out there on reinforcement learning. On precedent scale, what's going to happen?
BL5003B5. That
this
is
the
a
story of,
generic
Grok 4, and,
8051 architecture
Elliot,
microcontroller with
share
all the
some,
display drivers
insight
and
with the audience.
analog to digital converters. It's a very competent little
let's
chip,
just
but
talk about
mass
how
produced
smart
because it's
Grok
out
4
of the
is.
sort of like the
So I guess we can start
proprietary
discussing this benchmark on humanities
architecture
and this
patent
benchmark
period or whatever it is. You find this in a lot of this
Every
base
single problem
8051 in a lot of
period by
Chinese stuff.
subject matter
I'd cut the
expert.
LCD display off, but that's okay. It
It's
could
in
be
total
soldered back on. But
2,500
having said
problems,
that,
and
it might
consists
just
of
be if I
many
wanted
different
one of these,
subjects,
which I don't.
mathematics, natural sciences,
It'd be cheaper just to buy another one.
engineering, and also all
There's
humanities
two of the
subjects.
ports here. One
So,
maybe for programming. I wonder if that. I don't know why there's two
when it
separate
was
ones, but it's
first released,
possible it is
actually, like
designed
earlier
for a
this
remote
year,
display. Not
most
sure.
of the models out there,
The
they
buttons
only
are
get
multiplexed onto a single
single-digit
analog
accuracy
input.
on this benchmark.
And then
Yeah, so
there
we can
are
look at some of those
two
examples.
sections of circuitry
you
over
know,
here
so
that
there is this
generate
mathematical
a
problem,
MOSFET
is
switching
about
voltage
natural
reference to the zero
transformations
volt rail,
in category
and
theory.
also one reference to the
And
solar
there's this
panel zero
organic
volt
chemistry
rail.
problem that talks about
And after that, it's just
electrical,
loads of little voltage
cyclic
dividers and
reactions.
stuff like that,
And
and
also
then it's all
there's
done in
this linguistic
software.
problem
So let's take a look
that
at the
tries to ask
schematic
you
and
about
a warning in
distinguishing
advance.
between closed and open
The
syllabus,
schematic,
from
the first
a
page of it is
Hebrew
absolutely atrocious
source text.
because I had to
So
do it in
you can see
spidery
also
small
it's a
text just to fit
very
everything in.
wide range of problems.
And I'll zoom up
every
on this.
single
Actually, I'll
problem
pause
is
while I zoom up on this
PhD
because
or
I'll
even
probably
advanced
over zoom.
research
level problems.
And resume.
These,
Okay.
there are
So
no
this
humans
looks
that can
very
actually answer
densely
these.
packed and
can
spidery
get a
simply
good
because
score.
there's so
I mean,
much to actually
like any
cover
given human,
in the driver of the MOSFETs.
So
So
what's the
here's
best
the
that
solar
any human
panel.
could score?
The battery
I'd
is
say maybe
effectively connected
5%,
between the positive here
optimistically.
and the negative here.